To consistently get clients as a freelancer, you need to avoid certain mistakes that are scaring away potential clients. In this video, I'll share with you 5 mistakes that you're likely making as a freelancer on Upwork and how to avoid them. My name is Esther, and in this channel, I share with you tech and freelance tips that help you build a successful career and attract the right clients to you. I'll begin with number 1, which I call the lack of profile optimization. And I see a lot of freelancers make this same mistake on Upwork. Truthfully, clients only have a few seconds to check out your profile and determine if they would like to work with you or not. This means that your profile gives a great first impression if well written, and if not well written, it gives a poor impression to a client that is checking you out. So when you're creating your profile, you need to ensure that you're writing it in a client-centric way. And you may ask, what exactly do I mean by client-centric? And by client-centric, I mean that when a potential client comes to your profile and they're checking you out, they can instantly see the solutions that you provide, the problems that you solve. They can instantly see the value that you provide as a freelancer. If you're just listing out skills and you're really not communicating the value, clients will probably think that you're not a professional and they will not want to work with you. So consider your profile like an online store. If you see a store that is not attractive and you probably do not see reviews, or you do not even see good products there, chances are that you will not want to buy from that particular store, right? So that's how it is with your profile. When a client is checking you out, if they cannot instantly say, okay, I think I want to work with this person, then they will likely just bounce off and go to another freelancer. Another mistake that I see a lot of people making with their profile is writing their profile overview like a novel or your biography. One thing I always say to people that are mentoring on Upwork is, don't write your Upwork profile overview like your biography. It's not your Upwork biography. Clients do not want to know all about you. In reality, clients do not even care about you. All they care is, are you able to solve the problems or the business problems that they have? Are you the best person for their job? What value can you provide to their business? So these are the things that a client is thinking about when they're checking your profile overview. So you don't just want to start your profile overview by mentioning like, oh, my name is this, I've done this, this is all about me. It gets boring, and a lot of freelancers start their profile overview like this, and you can imagine when you're a client and you're checking out a profile overview and you see a very similar pattern to the way freelancers start their profile overview. You get bored, and the person that really stands out is someone that talks to their pain points, because at the end of the day, clients have pain points, and if you're able to communicate the value that you provide and how you can solve this pain for them in the business, then they will definitely want to work with you. For example, if you create websites, instead of saying I create websites, how about you say something like, I can create a website that will boost your awareness and increase your bottom line and even cause more bookings for your service. Do you see how that really is different from just stopping at I'll create a website? Because at the end of the day, you're not just creating a website for the sake of creating a website. You're creating a website to solve a problem, to accomplish a goal. So when you come from that perspective, a client is more willing to click on your profile, send you a message, and even probably hire you. While creating your Upwork profile, you want to ensure that you also have your profile photo is optimized, is clear, is sharp, you have relevant skill tags to that industry, and you also have portfolio samples that would let the client know that you've probably completed similar jobs in the past and you're not just a newbie on Upwork. Another Upwork mistake is what I like to call the puzzle mistake. So clients right now, they are getting smarter, and because of the competition that is fierce on Upwork, you realize that in one single job you have likely over 50 proposals that have been sent to that particular job. So these days, you've probably noticed that on a good number of job descriptions, the client is saying, start your proposal with this particular phrase or this keyword to let me know that you've read the job description. So I always say this is a kind of filter puzzle that helps the client filter the lazy job applicants or the lazy freelancers that did not really spend time to read the job description properly from the ones that actually spent time to read the job description properly. So for example, at the top of a job description, a client can say, when sending your cover letter, use the phrase jobs are the best at the top of your cover letter. So if you read the job description, you obviously know that you're supposed to start your cover letter with that phrase, dogs are the best. And this is how they're able to weed out lazy freelancers from freelancers that they're likely to work with. So take the time to check the job description properly to see if there's any puzzle or word or phrase that the client is asking for before you just go straight into writing your cover letter. Even if the client is not asking you to start off your proposal or your cover letter with that phrase, most of the time when you're writing or sending a proposal or a cover letter, you want to ensure that the first two sentences are similar context to that job. You don't just want to stray away, because in reality, a client is not going to read your entire cover letter, right? They're just going to read the first two lines, and if they can instantly connect with you, maybe you use similar phrase or similar word to what they've used in the job description, then they will likely want to respond and set up an interview and work with you. The third mistake I see a lot of freelancers make on Upwork is sending generic proposals or copy-paste proposals. And I know you've probably heard it before, but in reality, a lot of freelancers still make the mistake over and over again. And as a client on Upwork, I've posted jobs, freelancers have applied to my jobs, and I can easily smell when a job proposal is copy-pasted, right? This is because it has no context to the job that I even posted. They're just telling me, what they've done in the past, why I should hire them. They probably do not mention my business name if I put it in a job detail. They probably did not mention the tools I use if I put it in a job detail. So all they just did was copy paste a previous proposal that they've sent to a different job to my own job. And this for me just leaves a poor taste in my mouth, because I've taken the time to detail out what I need help with, my job description, and you've not even been able to take enough time to respond properly to this job description or send a very impressive cover letter. For me, I always say when a client, or when a freelancer rather, sends out a copy-paste proposal to my job, is an automatic reject, right? It's just an automatic reject, because they are not looking to work with anyone that is lazy and that cannot take enough time to craft an impressive proposal to their job description. So what I would say is, even if it takes you time to craft a proposal in response to a job description that you've seen, ensure that you're able to still work around the time. At the end of the day, it's not about who sends a proposal first, it's about quality, who sends the most quality proposal, or who sends. So make sure you take the time not just to be in a haste to send proposals, but actually send custom proposals to every job that you see on Upwork, because you increase your chances of interviewing the clients and even landing the job. Number 4 mistake is, you probably guessed it right, not answering the additional questions that clients put in their job description. So Upwork does this thing, it allows clients to be able to ask additional questions about a particular job that they're interested in getting a freelancer for. And even in the interface on the client side, they're able to pick template additional questions. For example, you've probably seen questions like, how can you make this project run successfully, or something like that. And they're even able to create their own custom questions. For example, they can ask you questions about how familiar with this particular tool are you, or questions about your experience in a particular niche. I always say these additional questions are almost as important as the cover letter that you're rushing to create and submit. So don't just gloss over it and type in a basic yes or no answer to those questions. At the end of the day, because a lot of freelancers gloss over these additional questions and just type template answers to them, or very weak answers to them, if you take the time to type or to respond with a quality answer to these questions, it gives you an edge over other freelancers that have just answered the questions poorly. So your additional question is something that can stand you out if you answer it very well. So take the time to, give it your best shot and just dot your I's and cross the T's when you're answering those additional questions. And finally, the 5th one, which is the last but not the least, that I would say is a mistake that freelancers make on Upwork, is actually poor communication. So what do I mean by poor communication? I mean, when you've completed a job for a client and the client has really enjoyed working with you, your communication has been on point, chances are they'll want to come back to work with you. So I remember sometime in 2018 or so, I worked with a client. She gave me a 5-star review and she really loved what I did for her. So sometime about 2019, the next year, she came back with another job, and Repeat clients are really the best because one, you're not struggling with sending proposals, you're not wasting your connects in quotes, and you're not really doing any job. All you've done is sow the seed and then they come back to you, right? You're harvesting them again, so to speak. So repeat clients are really what you want to do, or what you want to have rather, on Upwork. So instead of just, completing the job and trying to run and look for your next client that is a total cold client, how about you maintain a good communication with them? Keep them in the loop of the progress of your work. Build that trust with them so that they're able to trust you so much, and when next they have a project that is related to what they've done with you, they come back to you and they want to work with you. And with this, you find out that you're increasing your bottom line and increasing your earnings as a freelancer on Upwork. So that concludes it on this video. Those are 5 different mistakes that you should avoid making on Upwork. If you've watched the video so far and you realize that you're making 1 or 2 of these mistakes, so go over the video again and start to implement changes to your Upwork profile and even changes to your Upwork journey in general, and you start to see results in your bottom line and start to see that you're booking more clients on Upwork. Let me know if you have any questions and comments in the comments below, and as always, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you really enjoyed this video. And yeah, I'll see you next time in another video. Thanks for watching. Bye.